Held in Munich, Germany, the Oktoberfest is the world's biggest beer festival, an orgy of drinking, eating, and singing. It all began on a joyous October day in the year 1810, hence my YouTube username, Oktoberfest 1810, when Crown Prince Ludwig, later King Ludwig I, the fairy tale king's grandfather, married his bride, Princess Theresa von Hildburghausen. The wedding reception was such a big hit that it materialized into a week-long party and an annual celebration, which now attracts some 6 million visitors from all over the world. Today, the fest could really be called the Septemberfest because it's been moved up a month to take advantage of the better weather. To figure out the formula for future Oktoberfest dates is easy. The fest always finishes on the first Sunday in October, unless that is a holiday follows on the succeeding Monday or Tuesday, then it wraps up on either day, and begins 2 weeks prior on the Saturday. This year's Oktoberfest, for example, begins on Saturday. It takes 2 months for construction workers to transform the fairgrounds from its massive asphalt expanse to a pulsating city of beer tents and roller coasters, and 1 month to disassemble it. The Oktoberfest is held on the Theresienwiese, or Theresa's Meadow, locally referred to as the Wiesen, fairgrounds named in honor of Princess Theresa, located half a mile southwest of Munich's main train station. Collectively, the 6 million people who visit the fairgrounds during the 2-week event will consume some 6 million liters of beer, as well as 400,000 roasted chickens and 200,000 pairs of sausages. A full stein weighs an average of 5 pounds. This gal here is carrying 8 steins, about 40 pounds. Within the city limits of Munich, there are 6 breweries: Augustiner, Hofbräu, Löwenbräu, Spaten, Paul Honor, and Hocker Schwor. Primarily, each brewery is represented on the fairgrounds by 2 tents. The word tent, however, is wildly misleading since these massive structures are actually well-constructed beer drinking halls that hold upwards of 5,000 people. The largest of these is the Schattenhammel tent, belonging to Spaten, which holds some 10,000 people. Leading up to the official start of the Oktoberfest is the traditional opening day parade, known as the Festival of Innkeepers, which begins in the city at 10:45 and finishes in front of the beer tents at 11:45. The parade is an hour-long procession of horse-drawn brewer wagons transporting the ceremonial first beer kegs to the fairgrounds. Riding on these wagons are the brewery owners along with their friends, family, and staff, many of whom are full-bosomed Fräuleins donning provocative dirndls. Additionally, you'll see the Bürgermeister, or Mayor of Munich, who will tap the first keg. Once the wagons arrive at the fairgrounds, the climax is not far off. At the stroke of 12 noon, in the Schattenhammel tent, the Bürgermeister clobbers the very first keg of Oktoberfest beer with a wooden mallet and proclaims, "Ozapt is," meaning, "it's tapped." At that moment, a cannon rings out across the Wiesen. You can hear it in this clip, officially signaling the start of Oktoberfest and that beer can be served. Precisely when determined barmaids begin the mad dash of carrying fistfuls of frothy mugs to dry-mouthed patrons crying out for beer like nesting chicks begging their mother for food. The prelude to the second day of the Oktoberfest is another traditional parade, but this one happens to be the largest and most beautiful and historically rich folk costume parade in the world, comprised of some 6,500 participants marching in a 4.5-mile-long spectacle through the city to the fairgrounds. The participants are members of folk clubs from all parts of Germany and Europe, proudly displaying their regional colors. This is truly a spectacle not to be missed. Don't forget your camera. Although there are more than 100,000 visitors every day to Munich's Oktoberfest, a trip here is an enjoyable, must-do experience for young and old, families and friends. I'll now wrap up the narration and leave you with a few minutes of the sights and sounds of the world's greatest party. Enjoy! And hey, who knows, maybe I'll see you there.
Here's one of the entrances into the beer tents. Let's go in and see what's going on.